you can assess your own, but you don't know the performance of the others. Hindi mo alam. So, 'di ba? Alam mo, nakasagot naman ako, pero baka mas nakasagot yung iba, yung mga valedictorian ng UP, Ateneo, 'di ba? So,
this episode is in partnership with Kakaw Meranaw, a social enterprise supporting local Maranao farmers, turning homegrown cacao into rich and meaningful chocolate bars. Check out their page and support local. Stay sharp and stay prepared. Digest PH offers codals, case briefs, and study materials trusted by both law students and lawyers. User code LOSTDigest for 20% off your subscription. Visit their website at www.digest.ph. I am Attorney Harun, and with me is
Attorney Hannah.
And welcome back to
The Lost Podcast.
It's Monday again, and you know what that means. Another episode and another inspiring law journey.
Everyone, we hope you are all doing all right.
We are excited to have you with us for this episode, for this finale episode, as we dive into the world of law, life, and everything in between. So whether you're commuting or, studying or just taking a breather, we are glad that you are tuning in. Because it's time to get lost. Assalamualaikum everyone. Hi, Attorney Hanan. This is our finale episode for this season, for season 4. Kamusta ka naman?
Masaya.
Di ba?
Lalo na nasa harap tayo ng taong ito. Thank you to Attorney Dayan for making this
episode happen.
Yeah.
And Attorney Hanan, next week na ang bar exam for this year.
And pinrepare talaga natin yung episode na to para sa mga bar takers natin, for them to be inspired by this exceptional
person, di ba?
Yes. So, Attorney Haron, ipakilala mo na siya.
Okay. Our guest lawyer for this Monday obtained her Juris Doctor degree from Mindanao State University College of Law in Iligan Extension, where she graduated as magna cum laude and the valedictorian of her batch. Finally, she passed the 2008 bar exams and ranked second. Amazing.
Mashallah.
Everyone, here with us is Judge Mylene Amirol Makumbal. Please say hi to our listeners po, Judge.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Ayan, I'm so happy to be invited by Attorney Haron and Attorney Hanan. Alhamdulillah.
Thank you po for saying yes to this to this episode. Ako po, hindi ko po sukat akalain na we'll have you sa show na to. This is actually our passion project, Judge, and really thank you for saying yes and for deciding to share your story po, your amazing story.
Actually, I'm a private person and normally I would say no. But yun nga, with the invitation of Sis Fiscal Dayan, hindi ko matanggihan. And also, one thing that made me accept is that with the passing of may idas press basari mapapano, diba? So pakasurgan wala, mapag-isip-isip mo talaga na life is short, we will not be here forever, diba? Kasi akala namin si boss makakasama namin hanggang sa tumanda kami, ganyan, but wala na siya. So ganun din yung naisip ko, yung life ko din hindi rin natin alam hanggang saan. And at least with your podcast, yung thoughts ko and also my advice to those who would be in their law journey, especially my sons are also thinking about pursuing law. My eldest is actually first year now in law school. Oo, but my other sons are maliliit pa, so you don't know until when tayo, so at least with this podcast, medyo marirecord, and what I want to say, kung ano man yung pwede nating sabihin to inspire them, and also law students, and also those even lawyers who may be feeling lost along the way.
Yes.
So, para naman ma-share natin yung thoughts natin. Yeah, ganun. Anyway, yun nga yung what you say, yung memento mori, no? When we think about death, and in Islam also, kailangan natin, 'di ba? Ganun naman talaga. We really should think na there is really an afterlife, no? So, it also inspires us to do our best every day. So, yun. So, alhamdulillah for this opportunity. Ayan.
And speaking of Sir Boss, no, Sir Boss has been mentioned in our podcast for many times already. I could not count, and it only shows how many people's life he touched, diba? So this is also one way of us honoring him.
Yeah, yung sabi nga namin ni Attorney Haron na one of our regrets talaga is not being able to guest him, to immortalize his story, and to immortalize his inspirational talks. So, yun, isa yun sa mga regrets namin. Kaya,
sayang,
we're happy na
na-invite. Hindi niyo siya na-invite. Very busy din kasi si Boss the past few years before he died. So, super busy talaga yun siya. So, yeah, all for the love of MSU. Yan. Okay, so actually hindi ako sanay. Nagsasalita na sanay ako, nakikinig lang. Ayan. So, parang medyo na
hindi rin po ako sanay magsalita in front of a judge. But I will throw na po my first question.
Okay,
actually, this is my favorite question, and I am happy na finally may tatanong ko siya sa inyo.
Okay.
Ano po yung pre-law program niyo?
Pre-law, I took up BS Accountancy. Ayan.
This was in, MSU Iligan
Yes, MSU Iligan. IIT. Oo.
And Judge, tinake up niyo yung accountancy with the projection after accountancy maglo-law school kayo? Or hindi?
Yes. Oo. Actually, my father is really my inspiration. Also to take up law. Siya yung
abogado rin po ba yung father?
Hindi. But frustrated lawyer siya. Backstory nun, parang hanggang first year lang siya ng law school, and biniblame niya ako. Sabi niya hindi daw siya nakapagtapos because when bata pa ako, hindi daw siya makastudy kasi I just asked him to draw everything, ganyan-ganyan. So hanggang first year lang siya. And so, ako naman, nung bata ako, this was a time na wala pang cellphone, no? So this was a time na walang cable, walang internet. So it's just, GMA lang dito sa Iligan, GMA and RPN 9. So walang magawa, in short. Sa boredom ko, I've gone over the encyclopedias already. Right. So wala akong mabasa. So I saw the law books of my dad. Oh my God, so I think it was mga siguro 9 years old na ako, or 10 years old. So nabasa ko na yung, giscan ko na yung mga criminal law niya, and saka yung persons. So kasi hanggang dun lang si daddy. So binasa ko. So parang I was interested. So parang I think it was a paras book kasi yung format niya parang very reader friendly, diba? So mabasa mo, ganyan pala yung so yung so at the age of at the age of 9 or 10, so yun, parang medyo I was thinking of interesting pala yung law, no? Okay. And also my uncle also, no, si former executive judge Amer Ibrahim also was my uncle. So that was also, I'm not the first lawyer also in the family. And then tapos noon high school, mga bata pa kayo noon, no? So 90s, there was this series, Ali McBeal. I don't know if you've heard of it. Wala kasi suits na yung nyo, but yung mga kaedad ko, I think they know Ali McBeal. So it was parang din siya,
legal drama ba siya?
Legal, medyo comedy. Oo. So pinapanood ko siya, pinapanood namin mga classmates. So kasi funny siya na, but she was also working in a law firm. Ganyan. So parang mas lalo akong na-inspire. And also, kaya din siguro it was really one of the reasons why I had to scratch my itch and I had to work with the law firm for 3 years. So kasi parang maybe that was also one of the reasons I get to. So ano ba yung life in a law firm? So I also had to work. And then yun na, pag college, actually, sa SASEC ko, or rather sa pag-take ko ng MSU, third choice ko lang yung accountancy. The first and second were ECE, and I think second is ComEng. I forgot. Kasi nung mga time na yun yung parang
sikat.
Yes, and also pag
Engineering, no?
o pag kontesero ka ng mga math, ganyan, so parang the expectation is dun ka sa mga
Yun yung...
engineering.
Yes.
Oo,
Pathway mo.
so actually naka-list na ako sa engineering. Pero hinart to heart talk ako ng daddy ko. So sabi niya, gusto mo ba talagang mag-law? Sabi ko, yeah. Sabi niya, bakit ka nag-engineering? Sabi ko, gusto ko while naglo-law ako, meron akong title, gusto ko engineer ako. Engineer, tapos lawyer, ganyan. Pero sabi niya, if you're really interested or talagang gusto mo talaga mag-law, so mag-accountancy ka. So yun, nag-accountancy na ako. Ayan. So yun na yung path. And I think also, for those who are CPA lawyers or in law school na accountants. So, kasi ang advantage naman nun, merong business law subjects are there, oblicon, sales, partnership, nego. And then you have taxation is there. And in part kasi ng taxation, yung estate taxation, so matatouch mo din yung succession ng konti. So, that was also advantageous also. But, yeah, after I graduated, tapos naging I got my license, pahinga lang ng 1 sem, and then go na siya, nag-law school na ako diretso. Ayun. So, yun yung naging journey ko.
And based on our research po, diba?
Research.
With our research, you were, you ranked 18th sa board exam ng CEPALE.
Yeah.
Do you think yung program niya na BS Accountancy really helped you sa law school?
Yes.
Napadali po ba yung journey niyo sa law school?
Hindi naman madali. Wala naman sigurong madali sa law school. But at least hindi siya first view, no?
Okay.
So, especially the difficult subjects of taxation, no? Yung oblico, nego is, di ba, medyo at first glance, medyo mahirap siyang
Sobra.
intindihin, di ba? But at least hindi na siya first view because, yun nga, merong sa school, and then when you magre-review ka for the CPA board, aaralin mo siya ulit. So,
And
yun.
bilang CPA top-notcher po, hindi po ba nakadagdag yun sa pressure nyo sa pag-law school nyo?
Hindi naman.
Hindi
Wala
naman.
namang... Hindi ko naman na-feel sa mga classmates ko or whatever na I have to perform to a certain level.
But after passing the CEPALE or the CPA board exam, nag-work po ba kayo? Hindi na.
Ay, hindi na. But I had... Parang nag-business lang ng konti. And then, kasi I got married.
Okay.
Oo. So...
You got married po before law school?
Yeah, I got married before law school. So then after that, yun na. Hindi na ako nag-work. Siguro while in law school, nagturo ako sandali sa BA as a lecturer. Pero mga business law subjects lang yon. And I think some tax, parang nagturo din ata ako ng tax sandali. Oo. So I think that's as far as CPA experience, yun lang yung nagawa ko. Yeah.
So, full-time law student kayo at that time?
Oo. Oh yeah. Pwedeng full. Kasi yung yung work ko naman sa BA, lang naman yun parang part-time lang yun. Parang I think 3 to 5 PM lang yung mga kinukuha kong mga part-time lang yun siya na work.
And we've heard po na when you entered law school, you were pregnant with your first son, who is now on his first year law, di ba?
Oo.
How is it po na pumasok kayo sa law school pregnant? And also as a wife, paano po nyo hinandle yung ganun situation?
You just take it by the day.
Okay.
No? Every day, kung ano yung tasks mo. So, alhamdulillah naman yung pregnancy ko, okay naman. Wala naman akong problema with yung mga morning sickness, everything. And my husband is very supportive. So, wala naman. So, kung study lang, and just kung yung task for the day, yun lang yung ifo-focus ko. So, okay
Pero
naman.
since po sa Kakaw Meranaw judge, di ba parang yung girls are expected na makapagtapos mag-aral, magse-settle down, tapos na, it's either mag-work, housewife. But kayo po, bakit kayo tinuloy nyo pa rin yung law school?
Kasi yun din naman talaga yung gusto ko. And Kasi yung husband ko, si Judge Arasad, at that time, siya yung assistant dean din ng
A lawyer
MSU.
na po yung asawa niyo.
Yes, siya yung assistant dean ng MSU Iligan Extension at that time. Yeah, so he was very, very supportive from the start. Oo. So, yeah. Backstory actually, no? Nag-apply na ako nun for UP to take the LAE, no? Oo. So, hindi niya ako pinayagan. Oo.
Ayaw niya mapalayo ka.
Yes, sabi niya, iwanan mo ko, bago lang kami. Yan. So instead, he promised me also that he will be very supportive. So, very, talaga siya, siya yung parang mentor ko talaga in my law journey.
So, since Judge Mylene makumbal kayo, di ba? So, gusto lang po namin malaman if may mga hindi kayo nakasagot masyado na recitation or sa sobrang galing nyo po,
Hindi naman.
wala po kayong na-experience na ganun.
Maalala ko lang before that there are really some professors, no, that who would require memorization of
the provisions.
yeah, so even yung super haba-haba na provisions.
Kailangan i-memorize mo
Yeah,
siya
like, di ba, there are provisions in example, partnership. Si Sir Benji Lanto, siya yung partnership namin. So, malala ko lang doon na talagang kailangan memorize mo talaga yung provisions. Super haba. Then, yun lang yung malala ko na talagang si Sir Macapado din. So, nagpapa-recite din siya ng provisions. Tapos, oblicon okay lang naman. But the corp provisions are long. So, that is what I remember na talagang really have to memorize these super long provisions.
Judge, I'm pretty sure that a lot of our listeners are curious kung ano po yung habits nyo, study habits nyo when you were in law school.
Ganito,
How do you
no?
start your day ba? Ganun.
Kasi yun nga, may anak ako, no?
Okay.
So, after siya ma-okay for the day, like, mapaliguan, etc. And hinahatid ko pa siya noon sa yung nursery school, ganyan. So, after that, mag-study na ako. So, whole day na siya. So, maybe mga 9 o'clock, then I'd study. Singit-singit lang siya.
Nakakailang oras po ba kayo usually per day? On average po?
Average.
Reading hours.
Ano ba? Example, 10 to 12.
Okay.
Tapos, hapon na naman, di ba? So, mga 1 to 4, 1 to 5, ganyan.
Tapos
Oo.
pasok sa gabi.
Pasok na. Except if, yun nga, if I'm teaching, so then it will be earlier. So, yan. And then, gabi, kasi yung class hanggang 9, I'd try to, but most likely, hindi na. Mostly, I do my studying at the daytime.
When you study po, more on memorization ka ba? More on understanding ka ba?
Kasi hindi ko kayo naging students, no? So, oo. So, I really tell my students also, hindi ako nagpapa-memorize. Except for the very important provisions. Oo. Kasi what matters to me is the understanding. Yeah. So, even when I was in law school, usually, babasahin ko hindi lang isang libro, 2. Para nako-compare ko siya, I would use 2 books. Kasi parang feeling ko kulang kung isa lang. So, yan. 2 books. Then, that's how I don't highlight. Kasi parang feeling ko magiging coloring book na yung book ko. Puro na lang siya highlight. So, I would just probably underline what I need to know or put like a star or like that. And if there's something that I don't understand, so in my book, I would put a question mark para balikan ko siya.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
And also, kasi ganito, no, what also helped me in law school was that, one, I would also assist my husband kasi he's already working. He was also practicing and then also later naging fiscal siya and then judge. So, he would also do some legal research for him. So, para nakikita ko yung law beyond law school, no? So, parang naging paralegal ako of sorts. So, I would do legal research. And also, there are also additional materials that I would read. Like, noon may lawyer's review pa. Wala na ngayon. But there's also parang magazine na lawyer's review. I would be reading that one. And also, meron ding materials sa yung UP Law Center before. Yung mga updates, mga new jurisprudence. They would publish that. So, binibilan din ako ng asawa ko. Ayan. So, very supportive talaga siya. And also, basta all the updates also, no? So, yun yung nangyayari to supplement what we
Your
already
studies.
know. Yeah. Oo.
And natapos niyo po ba yung law school niyo for within 4 years or 5 years?
5 years siya dito sa Iligan. Oo.
And within that period po, like, isa lang po ba yung anak nyo? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
So yung Allah ma-arrange niya lang no. So I have 5 kids. I
Right
have 5
now.
kids. But my son si Rocky was he was the only child for almost 10 years.
Ayan.
So I had him, nabuntis ako while I was first year in law school. And then I had my second son, and then nagsunod-sunod na sila nung na ako, so naging lawyer na ako, tapos ko na rin yung stint ko sa law firm, so I was already with the Court of Appeals then. So yun, siguro na na ng Allah na okay, it's time, pwede ka na. Yun na, nagsunod-sunod na sila mga anak ko. Mention ko na lang para happy sila. Si Max, Aris, Bazzi, Humi. So yeah. So sunod-sunod na sila lahat.
Nakakatalino yung mga pangalan.
Hello sa kanila.
Hello po sa inyo. Judge, di ba na-mention nyo kanina na first year law student na ngayon yung anak nyo.
Oo.
Ano po yung naging tips nyo sa kanya and ano po yung gusto nyong i-share na tips sa mga listeners natin? And especially now na opening season
no? Kasi yung anak ko parang more on cases talaga sila. So nahihirapan pa siya
Digest ng mga
So but I said it's the transitioning is normal because kasi yung from college to law school.
Ano po ba undergrad ni
yung anak
nyo?
ko management engineering.
I see.
So
medyo malayo, no?
Malayo siya. So he would be reading kasi sa ADMU there are also mga philosophy subjects, so he would be reading lots of materials, but iba yung sa law school, no? So parang kung pwede, lalo na yung sa book, so kailangan
different
himayin mo talaga. It's a correct, no? It's a different language. That's true. Sabi ko, magtabi siya ng like a dictionary. Although ngayon, nasa internet na kasi lahat, diba? Before, when I was first year, when there was something that I would understand, so I had a Black's Law dictionary sa tabi kasi hindi ko maintindihan ano to. So, yan. I would have it. So, just adjust. One thing also, no, is you try to make the law relevant to you. You would try to put yourself in the shoes of
the people na binabasa mo.
Correct, no? So what if ako yon? So what would happen? What are my rights? What are my obligations? Ganyan. So if you would think that it's personal to you, mas maiintindihan mo siya. Yeah. So I think that's one of the things that you have to take note of. And ano pa ba? Kasi ngayon the study environment now is different from when I had it back in 2003. Most notably yung prevalence of social media, kasi you call it now parang attention economy. So parang they're all grabbing our attention. So if you're not careful, what you would think na magsuscroll ka lang for 2 minutes, naging 2 hours na, diba? So hindi ka na nakapag-aral. And then your attention would be diverted. Magbi-build up ka niyan di ba? You would be going up hanggang sa makafocus ka. But if you're distracted, so mag-start ka na naman, di ba? So, you really have to be mindful of your attention kasi, yun nga, your time, your attention is limited, your energy is limited, di ba? So, you really have to take steps para hindi ka na-divert knowing your limited time and your limited energies para makapag-aral ka ng mabuti. I think that would be some of the tips that I can share.
Parang it is safe to say po, Judge, na kaya kayo naging class valedictorian because you did the work. Hindi lang kayo nag-rely sa magaling kayo, but you also did the work.
Ay, oo. Hindi siya pwedeng petiks-petiks lang yung law school, no? So, kahit gano'ng ka-bright, kahit yung IQ mo is ganyan-ganyan, if you will not read it, wala, mahirap siya.
Yung sabi nga nila, you cannot bluff your way out of recitation pag objective na yung tinatanong sa'yo, no? And the only way for you to answer your recitations na mga objective type is to read the law.
That's
diba?
true.
So, you need to put the hard work in talaga.
That's true. And, kasi I teach also remedial law,
Yes,
no?
ma'am.
Here and in
sayang nga po, hindi kami na-under sa inyo. Kasi main po kami. So, baka naman po gusto nyong pagbigyan ang main.
Kasi yung especially now that you have this AI, no? So,
AL tools.
AI tools. So, there are litigants who would think na mas alam pa niya kaysa sa'yo, right? Pwede siya for substantive law, like yung civil law, crime, ganyan. But for remedial law, mahirap. It's really, you really have to do the work. And you have to read. You cannot bluff your way out of it. Hindi rin siya pwedeng i-search. Kaya din siguro, yung, sabi nga, sino ba? I forgot sino yung reviewer na nag-mention nun, no? But, way back. But, maybe that is why the rules of court by itself medyo magulo. Di ba?
Si Dean Riano.
I think, kasi parang it's really the lawyers who know how to understand it. Kasi hindi mo siya pwedeng i-piecemeal. You have to understand and you have to learn the jurisprudence. So, hindi siya pwedeng i-bluff. Hindi pwedeng saka ka lang magbabasa pag recit na or maybe pag exams na. And even yung cramming, I would really advise against it. Yung parang saka mo lang siya babasahin pag exam week na kasi parang mababaw lang yung knowledge mo. I don't know if you've experienced it, no? If you just read it, you read the material, you engage with the material on the day itself lang, you might answer on the exam, but for long-term memory, hindi mo siya masastore.
At saka counting tweak lang sa question, hindi mo na alam paano siya i-apply, diba?
Correct. Papanik ka na. Oo. So, yun yung So, dapat, there's this what you call also parang spaced repetitions, no? Oo. So, hindi pwedeng yung sa exam lang. So, dapat you engage with the material many times para mas maintindihan mo siya. Kasi nga, sa bar exam, usually, ang maalala mo, hindi yung review, di ba? What you remember are the law school days. So, maalala mo, ay, diniscuss to nung ganon. Ay, ito yung pinaresit to sa akin. Tapos ganyan, hindi ako nakasagot or something.
During nung bar exam ko nga, nagto-thank you ako sa mga professors ko na, thank you ma'am, thank you sir, ganito. Kasi sila talaga yung naaalala mo.
Yes. Sa review, not so much. It's really the law school journey yung maalala mo. Yeah.
Since nasa review stage na po tayo. Curious lang ako if kaya po ba tayo naging top 2 kasi na-pressure tayo na class valedictorian tayo. And magna cum laude. Or hindi siya pressure but instead yun yung way mo para maging top 2.
Uy, you know yung pag...
Or were you aiming to become top-notcher in the first place?
Everyone naman. I think it would be safe to say that all yung mga honor students from all over the country. So there are so many law schools. Everyone would aim to be. Sana we would be in the top 10, no? So of course I would say that I also aimed, but hindi mo you really cannot say that you would be on top. Kasi you know your own performance but you don't know how the others performed. Oo. So hindi ko masasabi.
Pero how did you prepare for the bar exam mo po? Nag-review po ba kayo sa Metro Manila?
Yes. Oo. Kasi that time the bar exam was still centralized, no, there in Manila. So I had to leave my family, no? And to really go
and good thing kasi medyo malaki-laki na din at that time si
Rocky. Hindi, mga 4 years old.
4 years old.
Oo, but it was not an option kasi nga my husband was also very very supportive as into the extent na kasi engineer siya eh. So
and we've heard top-notcher din siya sa
yes,
exam niya.
number 9 siya sa civil. So ginawa niya ako ng schedule. So
perks of having a lawyer husband.
Yes, and having an engineer
top-notcher
lawyer husband. So, ginawa niya ako ng parang schedule. So,
hindi ikaw ang gumawa ng schedule niya po.
In-engineer siya.
Correct. In-engineer na yung pag-study ko. Hindi, parang ang ginawa ng schedule is, there's also a basis. Like, for example, we chose the books that I would read. Kung ano yung books na ginamit ko na, yun na yun. Para hindi na siya first view. So, kasi, di ba, I said I would put mga notes there. So, it would at least reassure my mind that this is not the first time that I saw it, di ba? Oo. So, yun, pinili ko yung books. And then from that book, so, makikita, or tatanungin niya, how many pages na kaya mo per hour? Ayan, so sabi ko, ganyan. Depende sa 5 pages ba or 10 pages, depende sa font, etc. And then, sige, from how many hours per day ka mag-study? Ayan, so,
How many hours po ba?
ang
Yung review.
during review, siguro 10, 12, ganyan. Kasi,
kasi, kasi ako, parang yung average ko mga 3, 4.
Kaya hindi ka nag-top, di ba?
Grabe, 10, 12.
mga ganun siguro. Kasi yun nga,
Hindi ko
nag-isolate din kasi ako. So, di ba, sa mga, yeah. But I think that was the ideal. Oh, but although you attend din kasi classes, di
Mga
ba?
classes.
Oo. So,
And face-to-face pa to, di ba?
face-to-face
Walang
pa yun
mga
doon.
online.
Oo. So, from there, na-work out na. So, like, you have the number of hours. So, then you can compute how many days you can finish. So, yun na. From there, ma-compute na siya. So, like, I'll have civil law for ganyan, how many weeks. So, yun, may schedule na siya all the way up to the bar exam.
Speaking of schedule, Judge, no? During your law school ba and your review, nag-aalat po ba kayo ng time for de-stressing? Kasi di ba parang sobrang hirap ng pagbabasa ng batas, pag-study ng batas. Do you make sure na there are times or moments na
yes,
you
kailangan
give
yun.
free time sa sarili mo?
So, for law school, syempre, usually yun nga, sabi ko evenings, parang mahirap na, di ba? And kasi there's also family, you have to, yung my son, and you have to attend to their needs also. Weekends sometimes, pag okay lang, chill lang yung work, so pwedeng weekends wala na, or Sunday, ganyan. And then, for bar review also, Sunday also is a rest day.
Hindi ka na nagbabasa niyan.
Ideally. Although may mga, minsan parang kailangan kong habulin. Oo. So, then Sunday afternoon na lang, yung Sunday afternoon I'd be going out, bumili ng mga necessities, mag-mall, ganyan. So, yun yung parang nangyaring
And you graduated po 2008. Anong month po?
March man siguro yun.
March.
April. Oo, hindi parang ngayon. It's very tight yung schedule
like
ngayon.
4 months, 3 months exam na.
Oo. Tapos di ba yung mga MSU1 ngayon gumraduate sila. July na yung nila, di ba? So,
next
2 months na lang. Yeah. So, mahirap yung nila, yung kalagayan. Kami nun March. So, we still had a lot of time. April, May, June, July. So, medyo mas maluwag.
Pero maganda kasi on your part, Judge, kasi you did the work during your law school. So parang sa review nyo, talagang literal na review na lang siya. Ilang beses mo na talagang nabasa yung mga binabasa mo?
Hindi pa rin talaga. I don't think there's ever a person na magsasabi na talagang talagang tapos mo na talaga. Kasi ako, I remember going to the exam site, no? Nagme-memorize pa ako kasi...
Talaga?
Kasi, biglang, baka mag-memorize ng Bill of Rights. Oh my God, di ko pa na-memorize yun. So, I remember going to the...
may moments ka na ganun.
Oh, yes. Oh, yun sa first, yung poly. So, pasalamat ako walang lumabas na give. Kasi may mga ganun na tanong sa mga previous site, the constitutional provision on example, education. Or
kasi I would assume, when I hear Judge Mylene Macumba, nung nag-bar yan, parang diretso lang yan naglalakad, chill lang. May ganun ka pala na moment, Judge,
oo, tapos,
nagpo-fret.
kasi yun nga, tapos, I don't know, yung sa inyo ba na bar nyo dito na?
Ako sa UST po ako.
Sa Manila pa
Manila
ikaw. Cagayan ka na, di ba? So, I think the support system is nandiyan na. So, you would go in there, di ba? So, makita mo yung mga...
Kilala mo.
Kilala mo. And then, MSU. And so, parang you would be... pumped up, no?
Yes.
But kami, makita mo yung mga, di ba?
Ibang schools.
Oo, ibang school. Tapos they have all these kanang bongga na mga...
bar operations.
Yes. Tapos, sino lang ba naman ako dito? Walang isa.
yan yung naramdaman ko.
Oo. So, yeah. So, yun nga, first Sunday, kasi kami 4 Sundays yun, di ba? Ngayon, 2 weeks na lang. So, 4 Sundays. So, sa first Sunday yun, parang pumasok ako mga 7 and maingay na siya na nagme-memorize ako. So, ginawa ko sa second, third, fourth Sunday, very early na lang ako. Very early, I went in siguro mga...
4, 5?
6 o'clock nandun na ata ako sa So, wala pang tao, di ba? So, parang...
you still had it time to
go over may materials dun sa ano, 'di ba? So parang mas ano lang, parang mas hindi ka masyadong ma-pressure ng external.
And it's
ano,
also
diba?
siguro one way of you calming yourself.
Yes.
Na hindi kaya ko to, ito naka-review ako ng counter.
Oo.
Judge, I would like to ask, for someone like you na magna cum laude valedictorian top 2, was there a time in your journey na you doubted yourself?
In what way?
Na parang, kaya ko ba to? Magiging abogado ba ako? Gusto ko na malaman.
Ay,
Parang wala eh.
Attorney Haro, gusto mo ako sumagot?
Hindi naman. Hindi kasi alam mo yung bar exam very subjective siya ba? Hindi yung hindi naman siya parang like sa math na the answer is really right. You know the answer and it's exact. Yung pag-check ng bar is also very subjective. Like the way we also check quizzes, no? Sometimes it would really depend also on sino yung gi-check before tapos sa'yo, di ba? But if yung before sa'yo is talagang super ganda ng answer niya, so sa'yo parang biglang hindi na perfect yung points mo. Diba? So, I did the work, but yung certainty to become a lawyer, nasa Allah yan eh. No? Yung pagpasa mo ng bar, hindi mo, yung Allah talaga yung may control niyan. Considering very subjective talaga yung pag-check. So, grabe din talaga yung prayers, especially yung pag-release ng bar exam result.
Judge, di ba sabi nila yung first day of the bar will set the tone kung paano ka magpa-perform the next coming weeks or Sundays. Para sa'yo ba, maganda yung naging first day mo sa bar exam, kaya maganda yung naging performance mo all throughout?
Hindi naman maganda na parang, I mean, may mga hindi ako sure na sagot. I remember, pero I remember I just had a sufficient legal basis, but hindi ako sure kung tama ba yun. But coming in as a professor na now, no, for many years, and ang hinahanap lang naman is yung makasagot ka in a way just to convince the examiner, no, that pwede ka na for a first year
na
lawyer. Oo, hindi naman nila required na
Justice level.
yes, justice level na talaga. So yeah, I remember during the bar ganon, nakasagot, pero one thing is hindi ko na tiningnan. I did not check. Hindi ko talaga chinek.
Kung tama or maling sagot mo.
No, I don't like to. Kung may mga discussions, but that's also what I do also even before sa law school. Yung magdi-discuss ng exams answer after. Kasi wala na akong magawa, di ba? Hindi ko na ma-change yung answer ko.
Same kami ni Judge.
Di ba?
May mga iba na super parang ang lakas ng loob nila na tingnan kung tama ba yung yung mga suggested bar answers. I don't also like seeing them. Kasi di ba may stress ka lang.
Mas-stress ka lang and then madedemoralize ka eh.
Totoo.
Kasi
and you cannot afford that, no? Kasi wala ka ng control dun sa naipasa mo na yung answers mo. So, bakit may stress yung sarili mo?
Correct. So, hindi ko na tinignan. Hindi na rin namin diniscuss. Nothing. We did not discuss the questions. Hindi na namin pinag-usapan. And that was during also that time, no, na hindi pa pinopost yung mga questions. So, there's no discussion. So, yun naman yung maganda nung time namin. Hindi parang ngayon kasi makikita mo na. So, parang isang click mo lang. Ayun na yung suggested. So, it's really tempting to look.
Judge, kayo ba yung bar taker na after mong mag-answer, nire-review mo yung mga in-answer mo?
Ay, of course.
Okay.
Oo.
You
Kasi
allot time for that?
Oo. So, I would really have to be very mindful of my time. I gave, as an aside, I gave my son a watch. Binigyan ko siya ng watch. Kasi sabi ko, you really have to be mindful of your time. Kasi mag-exam kayo, hindi ka na pwede tumingin sa cellphone. Hindi rin Apple Watch kasi baka bawal yung Apple Watch.
Bawal.
So just the normal para you know how to manage your time. Oo. So especially yung namin kasi yung civil exam namin mahaba. That was our 2008 civil. Maraming yung mga sanga-sanga. Yes. Sanga-sanga yun. So you really have to manage your time.
And po ba? Curious lang ako, Judge. Madali po ba kayong nakakatapos ng exam? Or tinatapos mo talaga yung allotted time?
I would not submit early. Hindi. Kasi, tapusin ko, kasi i-check ko na, you have to check. Meron yung sa legal forms ko nga, I forgot what was parang, we were made to draft something, and nakalimutan ko yung caption. Nagawa ko na. So, caption, nakalimutan ko. So, sabi ko, gagawin ko ba to? I-erase ko ba to o hindi? So, in-erase ko talaga. Kasi sabi ko, sayang naman yung 1 point. O, diba? So, yun. Tapos yung pag-erase nun, diba? Kasi handwritten pa kami. So, you have to make 1 line. So, then I have to write it again. Ayan. So, naririnig ko na yung mga nagsisigawan sa labas kasi mga nakatapos na sila. Tako ko, di pa ako nakatapos.
Tapos, Judge, itong sinasabi mo na 1 line mo yun ang legal form na answer mo. Nakita ko to.
Hay!
Kasi when I was first year pa sa law school, kinakalat na sa amin yung...
Really?
Oo, parang, para for you to survive, tingnan nyo paano sumagot si top 2.
Oh my God!
So,
talaga.
Judge, I'm curious.
Nakita nyo yun?
Yes. I'm curious, Judge, paano nyo natutunan yung ganong tinatawag nilang interweaving na way of answering?
Anong interweaving? Actually,
yun yung tawag nila dun eh. Parang,
Within 1 paragraph siya, tapos nandun na yung lahat
may
ng
term
sagot.
na.
Kasi yung usual po na sagot like kami, yung sa tinuro sa amin, clock, yung parang isang yes or no, tapos isang another space na naman, and then another space, and then finally conclusion. Yung interweaving po, isang paragraph siya, tapos lahat na doon pinag-interweave, pinagtahi-tahi na.
Ganon. May term pala yun.
yes. And yun ang pangalan mo sa amin sa
And hindi po na-mention ni attorney Han, may po kayo, picture po kayo ng niya, doon sa room niya, nung nagre-review siya.
No, Attorney Aaron, I entered law school before the siege. Before the siege, merong parang magazine ng MSUIIT na ikaw yung cover tsaka si Sir Z. And then, so dinikit ko sila sa wall. Dinikit ko sa wall. But yeah, na-siege, so nawala. But for 2 years, nasa kwarto ko kayo.
And who would have thought, Hana, na magiging guest lawyer natin siya later on sa TLP? Amazing.
Makikita ko na siya in person.
Hindi naman. Pareho lang naman tayong mga servants of Allah. Diba?
Nitip you.
Oo. So, yung interweaving, hindi ko... may term pala yun.
May term.
But, I pattern my answers from Riano. Parang paano siya sumagot. Di ba? Parang, kasi, what I did also was, I did advanced review before I went to Manila. So, 5th year ako, nagre-review din ako. So, nag-enroll ako dun sa Liceo pa yun eh. Parang merong, pero yung mga reviewers doon, mga from Manila na, and Riano was also one of the reviewers there. So, parang, yun na yung ko, yung style ng how he answers. Di ba may mga suggested answer siya doon? So, I think yun parang ganun na yung naging pattern ko.
And as we know naman, next week na yung bar exam by
Yeah.
Do you have any last-minute tips for our bar takers po?
Last-minute tip. I think I said that already also when I had the...
Last week.
Oo, I reviewed parang advanced review for REM, no? So, mostly, nandyan na yan sa utak nila. It's just a matter of retrieving it. Again, sabi nga ni Justice Javier, yung bar chair, she wants to make it easy as possible para daw happy yung mga parents, ayan, yung examinees. So, the questions will be, I think, basic as much as possible. So, it's all in your head. So, one, you have to take care of yourself. Don't sacrifice your sleep. Kasi, how can you retrieve the answers if you're not well rested?
Yeah.
Diba? Parang computer yan, diba? Kung yung computer mo parang puno na ng maglalag na siya, hindi ka na makapag-isip. But take care of your health, take care of yourself. As I said, you have to be confident and you have to sound confident, no? So that the examiners can see and say, pwede na tong maging first year lawyer kasi alam naman, feeling alam mo na yung basic. And pinaka-ano talaga, you really cannot know 100% everything. And so, kailangan mo talagang mag-rely on a higher being, to rely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or if for those who are non-Muslims, you have to rely on God. Siya naman yung source of wisdom and strength, no? La hawla wala quwwata illa billah. Ako noon, ginagawa ko noon for every bar exam, I would not look at the paper first. I would turn down the questionnaires. But sa inyo kasi exam soft na kasi, 'di ba? So maybe wag niyo muna tingnan. You would pray. You could pray to Allah, ask for His help, ask for His support, ask that you can recall, and you really should have a good intention. Oo, no, you want to pass, of course, for yourself, no, kasi naman Allah loves a strong believer, and then one way to be strong is to have our own means of livelihood, and also yung intention din natin to serve the community, your people, those, especially those who are deprived of their your rights.
Less in life.
Yes. So kung maganda yung intention mo, no, alam naman natin, 'di ba, mostly the law profession, hindi naman siya money making so that is really our
money making venture.
It's not. It's not. But yeah, you really have to ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for guidance, for strength. Yeah. So yun yung pinaka-ano ko talaga. You should really get support from family, but of course support from Allah
subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I hope our listeners who will be taking the bar exam next week take this seriously, and inshallah by Allah's will ma-attorney ka naman, maging lawyer din kayo.
Inshallah.
Now, attorney, can you please walk us through dun sa day ng results ng bar exam niyo?
Results ng bar exam. It was announced at around mga 7 or 8 o'clock. Oo.
Morning?
No, evening.
Evening.
Oo, evening siya. So parang na-delay, ilang beses na-delay, ganyan. And the family was there. Si Pres Basari at saka yung asawa niya, si Kakadok Apas, they were there, but and then later sina Fiscal AG, they were there. Si Aye, the family was there, no? So every time I would pray after the fight. Yeah. I would pray Yasin also. Kasi siya din yung parang, while I was taking the bar also, every night I would also pray Yasin. Oo. And then, to calm myself down, I watched para something funny, para hindi ako stress. Oo. So, tapos, ano ba? Yeah, so, na-announce, kasi hindi siya yung parang ngayon, no, na YouTube. Dati, meron ako attorney at work. I don't know if it still exists, but that time, yun yung parang lifeline namin. Merong attorney at work, so dun lumalabas yung lahat ng
Facebook.
It's a
site, website.
It's a website talaga, attorney at work. Wala na I don't know kung existing pa siya ngayon. But that was really the lifeline before, no? So doon kami tumitingin kung ano yung updates. Oo. So, yun na, in-announce our bar chair was Justice Tinga. In-announce. Hindi siya sa TV na-announce. Nalaman, so tingin-tingin na kami, so biglang unang in-announce yung top 1. Parang doon siya nag-flash sa attorney at work. Tapos sabi ng asawa ko, ay sorry, hindi ka nag-top 1. Tapos, ayun, tapos biglang may tumawag na parang office mate ni Arasad from the nasa DOJ, kasi dating nasa DOJ Central Office din si Arasad. So yun, tinawag ako daw. Tapos yung kapatid din ni Arasad, si Apep, ang nakarinig naman yung anak niya, who's also a lawyer now, si Attorney Amira. So, narinig daw niya ako. So, yun na. Tapos nakita na sa attorney at work na ako nga, So, yun na.
Jump, cry, paano yung initial reaction yung attorney?
Siyempre, ako kasi, umiyak, ganyan. Oo, alhamdulillah.
When you were waiting for the bar results, nagkaroon ka ba ng idea, ay, siguro magtatap ako?
Hindi.
Wala talaga.
Kasi yun nga, sabi ko, you can assess your own, but you don't know the performance of the others.
Totoo.
Hindi mo alam. So, 'di ba? Alam mo, nakasagot naman ako, pero baka mas nakasagot yung iba, yung mga valedictorian ng UP, Ateneo, 'di ba? So,
Pero kasi, di ba, Judge, sabi mo kanina, you were watching Japanese series because you wanna calm yourself. Bakit mo kinakalma yung sarili mo? Were you afraid na baka hindi ka pumasa?
yung kasi hindi mo rin kasi alam talaga.
And then, if you did not make it pala,
Anong gagawin ko?
hypothetically,
Pero hindi ko siya kinonsid.
nga,
Hindi ko siya kinonsid. Pero
Wala talaga.
pero hindi kasi you
kasi she did the work with all the kwento ni Judge kanina na she did the work na yun nga yung sabi niya paralegal pa siya kay husband niya. So parang very sa lahat ng klaseng preparation and sabi nga niya she did pray din. So parang ano pa ba yung kulang din sa doon, di ba?
yung Allah, pero yung alam mo yung
Yakat tuman yan nun din.
Oo. Saka yung sa law school din kasi ginagawa ko din kasi really hindi maiwasan, there are some hindi natin matapos yung coverage, sometimes marami for whatever reason, no, but I would look at the syllabus. So I have a syllabus of the bar exams. So example, like say this subject dapat hanggang dito siya minsan hindi makatapos, but during the break I would finish it. I would read. Oo, kasi
Break na like after the SEM.
yeah, after the SEM kasi hindi natapos, like maybe the professor half lang.
Parang ina-apply ko hindi ko ata at ginagawa yun. Buti na lang pumasa ako.
Kasi mas mahirapan kasi ako kasi I don't want yung first view.
Right.
'Di ba?
Yung parang later saka kanya i-hunt.
Oo.
Diba?
Kasi na-try ko na siya like in the CPA board, merong certain konti lang naman in fairness to IIT, no, na okay naman yung education namin, but merong few subjects na parang hindi na touch sa undergrad. So parang feeling ko mababaw lang yung knowledge ko, just enough. Oo. So I didn't want to go to the bar exam na ganon, na parang kulang. So so if there's something merong hindi natapos during the break, babasahin ko na siya para hindi siya first view.
Yun nga yung sinasabi ko rin sa friends ko na naglo-law school ngayon. Sabi nila, kasi nasa block sila ng parang working, ganyan. So parang lenient daw yung professor. Sometimes may professors na hindi pumapasok. So parang happy pa sila na ganon. Which ang sa akin is, no, pag wala siya, mag-aral kayo.
Yes.
Pag wala siya, tapos sinasabi din nila na hindi naman yan itatanong ni sir or hindi naman yan maabot ni sir. Kasi di ba talagang kilala natin yung professor, di papasad sa coverage, ganon. So parang hinahayaan na lang din nila. It is not advisable. And if you want to become Judge Mylene Makumbal, every break, you should finish the syllabus na on your own. Yung sinasabi ko din na wala yan sa professor, nasa estudyante talaga yan.
Tapos, yun nga, ako din, while sa law school din, no, there are also times na example, wala yung prof, but mata-timing din na examples kasi si Judge Arasad may siya, so matatapos siya 9 o'clock, ako 7 tapos na ako. So wala, hintayin ko siya. So doon lang ako sa magbabasa ako
Might as well magbasa na lang
yes,
while waiting.
Magbabasa na lang ako while waiting for him.
Kung you can clearly see na iba yung mindset na meron si Judge, no, compare sa karamihan, 'di ba? Talagang masinop. Napakasinop mag-aral.
Tsaka takeaway ko din doon, yung sabi ng mama ko sa akin every time na umiugupi ako nga saya, how to be better, ganyan, she would tell me na just read. Kasi parang nakailang guests na tayo, Attorney Haron, na ang common sa kanila na kaya sila kung nasaan man sila ngayon is because nagbabasa sila. So, may pointing nanay ko.
Alhamdulillah.
Now, Judge, let's talk about your work experience. After passing the bar, for sure maraming nag-offer sa'yo na ng mga law firms. Diba?
Meron din, pero not so much. Okay lang. But first, before I, for a while, I was with, ano na siya ngayon, SD Law. But hindi pa siya SD Law dati. Subihan, before, kasi kakaalis lang nun ni Judge Abungente. So, kasi na-appoint siya na judge, so I took over some of his cases. So, yun, magkakasama kami ni Chancy Zed, si Attorney Subihano, and there's also si Attorney Andres, judge na rin ngayon. So, kami yung magkakasama dun sa law office. But after that, I worked with Accra Law for almost 3 years. Pero that was, the intention was really to learn more. And hindi talaga sustainable yung long-term na work there.
And judge, bilang isang judge po, I'd like to ask kung memorable ba sa inyo yung first appearance niyo sa court?
Oo, syempre. Sa ano siya?
Paano po ba? Would you like to walk us through how it went?
How it went? Ano yon sa kay, dito sa RTC2, ano pa yon si Justice na yan, si Justice Anisa. Justice,
Court of Appeals.
Oo, si Justice Anisa yung judge pa dito sa RTC2. Ano lang naman ano ba yung case na yun? Mga nullity cases ata yun, I think, or adoption case. Basta family law cases yun. Basta I remember I have a script. Oo.
Nababasahin mo.
Oo, kung anong gagawin ko. Kasi syempre, iba yung proper na, diba? So, buti na lang, again, my husband to the rescue.
Another perks of being, having
judge
a
na siya.
husband. By then, I see.
And then, tapos na. So, tapos na yung case ko. Tapos sabi ko, tinext ko si Arasat, sabi ko, anong gagawin ko na dito? Sabi niya, sasabihin mo na aalis ka na, di ba? Hindi ko pa alam na ganun. So, anong sasabihin ko? Tinext pa niya, anong sasabihin ko? Permission to leave, Your Honor. Ganun ba? Sasabihin mo pag bakante, sabihin mo.
may nabasa ako kanina, parang sa sobrang kaba daw niya, nasabi niya, Your Majesty. Tawang-tawa ako kanina sa bahay.
Joke siguro yun. Ay, grabe. Ayan. So, yun yung, I think, that was my first, my
appearance,
first
court appearance.
With, kasi kay Justice Anisa.
So, yung work experience niyo po at first, talagang as an associate sa isang law firm.
Oo.
Did you ever consider joining the government, like sa PAO, prosecution? At that time. Kasi, yun nga, as I said kanina, di ba, you have to scratch the itch of joining a law firm. So, yung parang yung life as a lawyer sa law
as an
firm.
associate in a law firm. Tapos, naging din yung suits nung time namin. So, you have to scratch that itch of joining a law firm. So, yun. So, I was with Accra Law for almost 3 years, 2 years in Davao and I think 8 months in Makati. Oo.
And then after that po, asan na naman po kayo?
Sa Court of Appeals, sa court attorney ni Justice Badelies. Oo. So 3 years. 3 years ako doon. And then after that, na-appoint na akong judge sa MTC Tubod. Nice. Yeah.
Speaking of workplace or work, Judge, ano po yung pwede nyong ibigay na tips or tips sa ating mga bagong abogado? Mga kagaya namin
nyo.
Considerably mga neophyte pa sa
neophyte na ba kayo? Mga ilang years na kayo?
Ako second year pa lang. Si
year
Hanan pang third year.
Second year, third year.
Pero neophyte pa rin yun.
Pero we haven't had the chance to appear before any court po.
Any court?
Ngayon lang po.
Before you po. Ngayon lang.
Hindi naman to. Pero pwede naman kayo mag-practice, diba?
Ako.
You should...
nire-reserve lang namin siguro sa proper time. Inshallah. Soon, no, Mylene?
Oo. Dapat kung pwede while you're young, so I would advise, bago-bago pa kayo, kung makapag-appear. Di ba may legal aid naman? Wala ba kayong...
Meron pa.
Oo. So, take the
active volunteers naman po.
Oo. Take the opportunity kasi judges will be mabait. Generally, judges will be very lenient to new lawyers. Oo. So, mahirap naman magkamali-mali ka pag matanda ka na. Di ba? 60 years old, saka pa lang first time
Kanan. Karon.
And, So, kailangan mong mas maganda ma-experience how is it. Oo. Para
Sige na nga, magganap na nga lang ako ng kaso para
ayan, si Atty.
Ayan,
Haron, ayan, pro bono.
Oo, mag-pro bono na lang tayo. I see.
Oo.
And aside from, appear in court, any tips po for new lawyers?
Marami naman kasing opportunities for
Okay.
lawyers, and not everyone would want to be in litigation.
Yes.
I understand. Ako gusto ko. I like the job. I love the job that I have now. I love it even more than yung pagiging associate or pagiging. I would rather nandito ako sa
Yung hustle, no? Yung parang research and everything.
Mas gusto ko yung yung like my work as a court attorney, and then now yung parang you have to resolve cases. Mas gusto ko siya compared to advocating. Mas gusto ko yung job ko ngayon.
Okay.
But yun nga, not everyone would want the same things. Some would some would also want to be a lawyer to go higher in the government ranks, no? Yung iba naman pwedeng maging lawyer / businessman, lawyer /
parang si Hanan na po yung
lawyer / businessman.
businessman, because speaking of business, no, Hanan, di ba may you're brewing something.
O kasi may Sorhay preschool kami.
Oh.
So mag-a-add ako ng Sorhay Playhouse just to, yung sabi mo nga, to scratch the itch.
Yes,
na,
diba?
Kasi before I entered law school, nag-business ako, and then I had to stop it. And then now parang I want another business
Venture.
again. Yeah, business venture. And now I'm eyeing on becoming a producer.
Yan,
So parang ganun, parang / business. I can relate to that.
Maraming avenues as long as you do the work and you gain experience habang bata pa kayo, yun nga. Explore kung pwede nga to scratch the itch nga, kung pwede maka-appear kayo in court, kasi kahit 1 or 2 cases lang siguro, just so that you would get a feel of it, kasi hindi mo alam yung baka merong emergency in the future or whatever that you really need to appear in court, hindi mo alam anong gagawin mo, diba? So just to have a feel of what it's like.
Judge, I would like also to ask your parang opinion or tips na, di ba po, sa Marawi, if you wanna stay in Marawi and work in Marawi, yung choices mo lang, it's either MSU, Capitol, and City Hall. And the rest, private practice. So, napipilitan po yung most of the lawyers na hindi makasik ng jobs from these offices na lumabas sa Marawi. Like sa
Like
Liga.
Fiscal Dayan.
Yes.
Oo.
Yan. So, parang ano po yung mabibigay nyo sa kanilang tips? Since sabi mo nga naka-experience ka na sa Davao and Makati.
Manila,
Parang how to adjust and to take it as stepping stone lang dun sa future nila.
Siguro, you have to be, while exploring, you really have to have parang a long-term goal, no? Kasi
plan.
ako noon, for a while, I was trying to consider kung ano ba is law firm the life for me. But later, parang, kasi yun nga, parang, siguro financial constraints din, kasi the money is okay lang, may anak ako, si judge, nandito din yung work niya as a judge. So parang hindi naging sustainable, hindi siya pwedeng, so I took it as a learning experience lang yung life ko sa law firm, no? So that I would learn how to, many things. I learned many things there. So you have to set ano ba yung long-term priorities mo? Gusto mo, okay ka ba? So, example, si Fiscal Dayan. O, okay ba siya? Sa Iloilo ba siya long-term? Or basta gusto ba niyang bumalik dito? So, you should work your way towards that. But tapos sa atin kasi ng mga Maranao, we really want to, kung pwede, makabalik tayo dito sa
we would always want to come back.
Yes, we want to come back kasi dito yung family natin, ganyan. And in Islam naman talaga, we are really, sa Islam naman, ang ano is not to be individualistic but to work for your community, to serve the community,
your
our family, our people. Oo. Yan.
Judge, may grupo kasi kaming tatlo, ni Attorney Haron, ni Attorney Dayan. So when we were looking for or eyeing for long-term plans. Si Attorney Haron, dun siya sa parang gusto niya maging PAO, lawyer. And then si
Yes.
Attorney Dayan, prosecutor.
Oo.
Tapos ang sinasagot ko lang sa kanila, ako kasi judge. So,
Ano sis? Inshallah, I hope to
i-judge ko
see
sila. I
you.
will mediate.
I hope to see you in the PWJA
Yeah.
and Philippine Women Judges.
Kaya gusto ko po sana humingi ng advice.
Oo.
Kasi mayroon ding sumagot sa akin at that time, sabi niya, hoy, di ka nga nakapag-appear sa court, gusto mo maging judge. So,
Meron.
ano ba yung advice? Is it required
Pwede
ba na dapat meron kang like a private practice or
naman.
from a power?
No, as long as 'di ba, yung requirement naman 5 years in the practice of law, then pwede ka nang, but you have to pass the pre-jude. May pre-jude na,
exactly.
oo. You have to pass the pre-jude.
So,
hindi kailangan.
hindi kailangan.
Hindi kailangan, yeah.
Yung question ko naman, Judge, what's next for you? Tatawagin ka na ba naming justice
Uy, grabe.
in the future?
Wala pa naman.
Wala pa.
Ang,
Wala pa sa-
ngayon, ang ano ko lang ngayon, immediate concern ko ngayon, yung mga cases ko,
Right.
maraming mga day-to-day life of court, yan. But, tingnan natin, no, in the future, but pero mahaba-habang ano pa talaga yan. And hindi pa naman kasi ako pwede, kasi I'm still 3 years pa ako. Oo, tapos for promotion, 5 years. 5 years, 5 years.
So, it's the long-term goal.
Hindi, yung so all love eh.
Judge, narinig din namin na parang sa MTC level ata na ang dami yung
Disposal.
yung parang kayo yung may pinakamaraming disposal and maliit lang na backlogs. And why was, or maliit ba or wala? Parang may award kayong ganun na we heard.
Yung ano sa RTC na yon.
RTC na
In June, lagot ako kay Judge Wendy. Si Judge Wendy kayong number 1 doon. So, oo, dapat interview nyo din si
Yes,
to si
inshallah.
Judge
We hope so.
Wen.
Mag-yes.
Oo, invite nyo siya.
Yun po, Judge. So, bakit po ganun yung ano nyo? Hindi kayo yung regular, tabiabu, no? Na may mga, yung gusto nyo nagdi-dispose kayo ng kaso.
Kasi isang metric din kasi siya sa amin of performance, yung disposal. Kasi minomonitor siya sa mga reports na sinasabit namin. We have monitored yung disposal, ilan na lang yung natitira na docket, ilan yung pumapasok, and then also if the cases linger for more than 5 years, then we have to report to the court ad already na hindi pa rin siya natatapos and what are steps para bumilis. So that's one. And also another, nakakakonsensya din kasi, 'di ba, yung you can always take a leave, no? But you would think about, on the other hand, kung sa katamaran mo, no? So at the expense of may mga detainees na mapopostpone na naman yung mapopostpone yung hearing nila to another month or the next month or so. So, tatagal na naman sila sa jail. And then, there's also litigants na, manghihiram pa sila ng pera sa iba para pumunta dito. Tapos, pagdating, marireset din pala. Diba? So, kawawa naman. And, you're accountable to that,
Yes.
to Allah.
This has been a really good conversation with Judge Mylene. Judge, once again, thank you so much.
Wala pa yung sundo nyo.
Kami ata yung susundo.
Okay. Kayo yung susundo.
Judge, thank you so much for spending time with us today in this episode and for sharing your law journey, your amazing law journey
Ay,
with us. Do you have anyone to give a shout out to?
Ano ba? Family ko.
Opo.
Yeah. So, sino pa ba? Siyempre, si Asba, nasa kabilang office
nakita ko
lang. Nasa kabilang office. May hearing siya ngayon.
Opo.
Tapos, my children.
And good luck kay Rocky, who's pursuing law.
Oo.
Best of luck sa kanya, future
Ay,
panyero.
nako, parang matagal-tagal pa talaga yan na.
Di mo
First
kita
year
na, Judge.
pa lang.
Oo.
Ay, nako. So my children, my family, my brothers, my sino pa ba?
Your students? Wow.
My sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, mama apo, ayan.
Hello po sa inyo.
Hello, the Curry 3 family. Yan yung tawag namin sa group siya. My students.
Especially mga students nyo na magtitake ng bar.
Yeah, so kung kung pwede lang 100%, I always pump
Inshallah.
them up, no? So we were praying for everyone's
Success
success
for this coming bar.
Yeah, we pray to Allah. Best of luck, and I hope to see you in court, not as accused.
Wag naman sana.
but as future pañeros and pañeras.
Inshallah.
Yeah, so I'm very nakaka-happy lang to see students who are already successful in their careers. I have a student already na judge na ngayon, si
Mashallah.
Judge Steph. Oo.
Grabe.
So, mga naging fiscal na, and nakaka-happy to see them, yung mga bagong pasa, and then they appear before my court. So, minsan hindi ko makilala kayo. Uy, wow! Kasi dati parang mga haggard pa.
Dugyot pa.
Walang tulog. Tapos ngayon parang, uy, sino nga ito? Tapos
Fresh
titingnan
na
ko yung
fresh.
pangalan. Sabi ko, familiar ito siya. Tapos, ay, ito pa estudyante ko nga pala ito. Tapos fresh na sila, diba? So, nakaka-happy.
And we hope na kami ni Attorney Han maka-appear din po as a court.
Oh, yan, inshallah. Mabait naman ako.
Opo.
Oo. Yeah.
Alright. And that ends our episode for this Monday.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit subscribe and leave a comment.
Also, please don't forget to tag us on your stories and posts.
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for daily updates.
Thanks for getting lost with us this season. We shall see you next season. Bye. Assalamualaikum.
Kahaba. Iwan mo.